The question that started this entire war, the one that justified the strikes, the blockades, the failed peace talks, comes down to 4 words. Does Iran have the bomb? The honest answer is not yet. But the more important answer is that they are closer than most people realize. The window to stop them is narrowing fast, and the war itself may have actually made the situation more dangerous, not less. Here is what the intelligence actually says. Before the US and Israeli strikes began in June 2025, Iran had already enriched over 440 kilograms of uranium to 60% purity. Once uranium reaches 60% enrichment, it becomes much quicker to reach 90% weapons-grade anangsha, which is the threshold needed for a nuclear weapon. According to the US Defense Intelligence Agency, it would have taken Iran probably less than 1 week to produce enough weapons-grade uranium for its first bomb if it decided to do so. Overchat. Let that sink in. 1 week, not years, not months, 1 week, if they made the decision to go for it. But here is where it gets complicated. The June 2025 strikes severely damaged Iran's 2 operating uranium enrichment facilities at Natanz and Fordo, likely rendering them inoperable and unable to enrich uranium to weapons-grade levels. Morphed. So the strikes set them back, but they did not finish the job. The survival of the 60% enriched uranium underscores the limits of conventional military strikes against Iran's nuclear program. Morphed. That 440-kilogram stockpile, still there, buried deep underground at Esfahan in tunnels so fortified that even the most powerful bunker-busting bombs the US military has couldn't reach it. That stockpile alone is theoretically enough to build 10 or 11 low-technology atomic bombs if refined to 90%. Anangsha. And now the geopolitical situation has shifted in a way that changes everything about Iran's nuclear calculus. Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, issued a fatwa banning nuclear weapons. But his death at the hands of the United States and Israel last month could clear a path for the regime's hardest-line factions to rethink that ruling. Miraflow One analyst put it bluntly. The nuclear fatwa is dead. Elite opinion, as well as public opinion in Iran, has shifted dramatically, which shouldn't be surprising since Iran has been bombed twice in the midst of negotiations by 2 nuclear-equipped states. Miraflow Iranian hardliners are now publicly arguing on state television that Iran must produce or possess nuclear weapons. The logic from Tehran's perspective is brutal and simple. Iraq didn't have a bomb and got invaded. Libya gave up its nuclear program, and its leader was killed. Iran watched both of those outcomes and drew conclusions. Iran possesses more than 400 kilograms of highly enriched uranium, enough to produce several nuclear weapons if the new Supreme Leader Mojtaba reverses his father's fatwa. Miraflow Mojtaba Khamenei, the son of the assassinated Supreme Leader, has not been seen publicly. His physical condition and decision-making capacity are unknown. The IRGC, Iran's Revolutionary Guard, is tightening its grip on the country in the power vacuum left behind. And Iran's own foreign minister admitted he wasn't sure of the new leader's stance on nuclear weapons, saying he would have to wait to become aware of his views. Miraflow. The man who controls the nuclear decision is a mystery, even to his own government. As of mid-February 2026, analysts put the probability of Iran building a nuclear weapon at closer to 50%. CNN. Not a fringe scenario, a coin flip, and that was before the Islamabad talks collapsed, before the naval blockade tightened, before Trump cancelled the second round of negotiations today. Every day this war continues, without a diplomatic resolution, is another day Iran's hardliners gain more internal argument for crossing the nuclear threshold. The US went to war, partly to stop Iran from getting the bomb. The war itself may be the very thing that convinces them to build one. In Episode 4, we look at what a nuclear Iran actually means for the rest of the world, for Saudi Arabia, for Israel, for global oil markets, and for every country that depends on the Strait of Hormuz staying open. Subscribe, because the next episode may be the most important one yet.